What is up, guys? Wraec is here with new video, and today we're going to summon Alna, and not just a little bit, we're going to summon her full force. She's going to go to, well, P4, P3, but we have 1,263 Stellar Cruisers, so we're just going to decide on the go, I guess. I kind of want to do P4, but then again, there's a solid argument to be made to not do that, actually, and to rather just go P3 and maybe go P4 on another unit. We, however, do have more than enough to even go P4. We have 1,263 orbs, and now comes the insane part. I also saved up guild coins. We saved up guild coins. We are kept. And the cool thing is, we are basically kept today. So it wasn't like I went far beyond anything. We basically kept 2 days. It just worked out that way. So, crazy thing is, we can actually buy 6 Alna copies right now, which is a little bit of a madness. So let's go ahead and do that. 6 Alna copies. There we go. Yeah, didn't really expect for this to work out that much. So now we're going to get the pack immediately. And it's a smaller pack. Well, no, it's not really. It isn't. I always think it's a smaller pack because it's just like 35 stellar crystals, but it's also the copy. So it turns out it's like roughly 65, maybe if you're unlucky a little bit more. And that actually, which is insane, already brings us to our first summoning animation. There we go. You will remember the touch of winter. And maybe it's a nice opportunity to talk a little bit about the hero as well. It's a tank in, well, the most just way for ever a hero to be called that. Really, she is invincible for most of the time. That means immune to control effects, that means immune to damage, and the cool thing is, she takes another hero, makes that hero invincible too. Isn't that insane? Absolutely insane. So, basically, AFK Journey considered her OP and nerfed her. And they, the immunity was like 7 seconds from the X+, and by the way, you need the X+. So like the Mythic Plus ability is definitely needed, otherwise this hero is basically useless in my opinion. Without Mythic Plus, it is definitely not the hero you want to go 1 copy on. And this was 7 seconds. And now it's 6. So that's mostly the nerf. They also nerfed her ult, I think, by like 50%. But honestly, I tried her on Pioneer, where she had like double the damage on the ult, and that really didn't do good damage. I saw some people having some like nice screenshots, I guess. Her damage is not that great, really isn't. It is mostly for her about just like providing this invincibility, and that is insane in PvP. Obviously, having an invincible opponent in PvP is a madness, and also it is absolutely insane in AFK stages. It is not even that we have to do much of a review there, it is just the fact that invincibility has always been used in AFK stages. We had that with Brutus. Brutus had to die for that, and then there were some shenanigans you can do with the ult. She essentially has multiple ways, or multiple immunities, and you can have that on 2 heroes, which automatically makes her a madness right there. It is that easy. There is not much to discuss there. The question is mostly, do you need her or do you not? And I'll be honest, while we do our first 10 bomb, I'm not too sure if you really do. I'll be honest with you. It's an insanely strong hero. She will absolutely be the easiest solution for a lot of AFK stages. We're starting off. Ooh, nice. Love it. Let's go. Can we get a triple? Not even the double, the triple immediately, you know. Oh, that's good. That's a really good start. She will absolutely be meta for some AFK stages. And she will be probably one of the top of the line heroes that you want to have there, and it will help you clear that. And she will be an insane PvP hero that you wish you would have. But then again, how much loot does PvP really give you? Not a whole lot. It's really not that much. And AFK stages, well, you will probably have another team that will keep you above the daily efficiency threshold and still clear the stages. So really, what are we talking about? We're really talking about this being a hero for people that really want to push into AFK stages. They want to be super efficient about it. They want to be fast about it. So that kind of is really the point of her. And that brings us to 2 elite classes of players. Elite, in a way, I would say. to people that really play the game in a rather competitive manner. That may be spent. Probably do. And PT timer, by the way. And that won't be such high performance heroes for either PvP or AFK stages, or in this case, both. And if you're not really in that area, if you're more free to play, if you're more a casual player, I think she doesn't provide that much for you. If you're looking for loot, maybe too. She won't be seen in Ravage Realm, I reckon. Probably not, unless the enemy really does a ton of damage, which I have yet to see. I haven't seen the Ravage Realm boss yet. We have to wait for that. But I'm not too sure she's really going to be that insane for that. Probably never going to be seen in Dream Realm. Bossing in general, probably not that interesting unless you need the immunity. And then you can still slowly build up. Even if you say, yes, it's okay, I'm fine having her in the middle of the next season. Maybe you are that. You can still slowly summon her. And you're completely fine doing that. So, 3,000 gems. And I think that's really the point there. Without really going too much into the skills. Which we can do. I mean, I'm obviously going to make a video. Oh, that's a nice summon. With the copy, but I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an idea in the summoning video as well of what my initial thoughts are on her, because we didn't get the video. The reason was fairly simple. I wanted to make a video. I wanted to make one, obviously on Pioneer, because I liked her. Everybody liked her. It was as easy as that. The thing was, I couldn't really make a video because when I got to the point that I had the time for it, and you know, I have a job, I work, double, let's go. I work while doing all those YouTube videos, and I had quite a lot to do for the start of the year. When I got to that point, which was essentially the 6th, where I had the first time for doing that, she was already nerfed on the Viet server. So, what's the point of me showing the Pioneer version, really, I thought. What's the point there? Nice double, I like it. Because if that's the nerf version, who am I to say then that she's good before testing her? Oh, that is that is indeed quite something. That was pretty close to a triple, wasn't it? Oh, it was really very close to a triple. I want to have another triple, guys. Those summons! Fairly good there. I mean, you always have those dry streaks, but if you have something like this is crazy. That was like a ton. That, of course, is again a pity timer. That was a ton. Oh yeah, she was nerfed at that point on the VN server. So really, I don't want to show you the pre-nerf version in review. Doesn't really make sense to me. And I wanted to try something else with her and maybe do a different video, and then they closed Pioneer. So I lost motivation, if I'm honest. I was like, let's just wait till she's on the global server. So with a bit of a delay. And obviously some other YouTubers have done the video. But I still hope you appreciate this one. If you do, by the way, leave a like down there. I would really appreciate that. Maybe a nice comment. Did you go party in the new year? I would really be interested about that. I had a very nice time around the end of the last year and start of new year. Definitely very good. I hope you had too for a nice start in 2026. If you know, tell me down in the comments if you had a good start in 2026. And if you want to think about Alna, that would be very interesting for me. And we get a ton of gems. Let's go, because I also need those. Because we also got Tilaya, I think she's called, who also is quite insane. So those are two insane heroes at the same time. And then kinda also I need to do a few Gala summons. So that's tough. Those summons! We are always getting like the copy and gems. It's insane. Damn, okay. Okay, maybe we do the P4, guys. With this rate. That's insane. Let's go. Let's go! I want to do some commentary on all I say is let's go. Oh yeah, by the way, if you need some stellar crystals, which I did think you do after seeing this video, 6,000 gems, then you might want to check out my sponsor LD Shop. Because LD Shop will give you the best prices for dragon crystals. And right now, if you use the link in the description, you can save even more. You have the 15% and a 5% discount coupon you get just like that. For the best prices in the industry and always some nice offers, like new user offer here for the Classic Gazette. Classic Gazette always very great, especially if you just want to summon something like Tilaya. So you can just go in there, create an account through the link and get yourself some nice discount coupons and very cheap Dragon Crystals that will save you a lot compared to in-game. Now I'm really curious though if we can keep up this luck. I may double the Temporal Essence. That's a scam. That's a scam. Some hamster stash. But maybe for the winter. We don't know. Can we get double? How we get to 3000 gems again? I don't hate that. I don't hate that, ladies and gentlemen. I think like that there is no animation sometimes is a bit annoying. I like my animations. I like the golden beams. But it's always so pretty fast, so we can do like 1000 stellar crystals in a video without that being too much of a stretch, really, because it's moving fairly fast. You're essentially burning money here because 6 clicks is like 100 USD, which is insane. Yeah, let's go, 6000 gems again, and back to back. Okay, but it's fun if it's like that. I remember summoning my Cryonaya, and it was such a scam. We had such bad rates there for the summon, it was horrible. Obviously now that I set bad rates, we get bad rates, but yeah, it's the thing. I want to see how far we even are. Can we get another one? I want one more. I want one more, guys. I mean, you obviously can't summon her anymore, or you at least get like a notification if she's P4. So, if she's P4. So at least we know she isn't P4, unless this double, of course, gave us 2. You only get the notification before you do the 10 bomb. And if you're 1 before and you get a double, it cannot throw you beyond that. But it's our second double, actually. That is mad. Wait, how many did we use? Oh, no. Not, no, Tilaya is another thing. We used like 500. So how far are we? 26 copies, it's not enough. We can upgrade though. Let's do the upgrade. I first wanted to stop at like Supreme Plus and test her. But she seems like, or well, not seems like. She is like such an obvious pick. It's so different as with other heroes. We had Aliceth and where you had like a lot of difficulties really finding out whether or not she was worth summoning, and of course she ended up being good in some Dream Realm stages and very decent PvP support, but it's like, it's so obvious that Alna is good. It's not hidden at all. It's not something like where we have to evaluate a lot of mechanics really, it's just like, yeah, the hero is immune. The Perseus runs into it and does nothing for like 6 seconds. And then it does 50% of the enemy's HP and then can't do anything for the next 6 seconds again. So really, it's not that much to assess really for us. It is rather easy to come to the conclusion that she's good. It's just like 7 copies. It's, honestly, I think we can do P4. With that luck right now, we can do P4. Almost feel like this is possible, guys. It's like 7 more copies. Which I will never be able to keep track of. 3000 gems. Well, of course, now we get 40. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. I say with the luck. I say with the luck. But this is P3. This is P3, guys. Let's see if the luck is on our side. Ooh, I think the luck isn't on our side, guys. I think it isn't. Luck not doing too well. Let's try one more time. Okay, luck is on our side. We can easily do P4. Let's go, guys. Easy P4. Easiest P4 of my life. That was a very quick one. I already forgot how many copies we pulled. Bloody hell. I think that was like number 2 of 7. Oh my god, this was like again pity time, alright. Last few one by pulling down our rate. But we get the 6000 gems. How many gems did I get in this? 3000 gems. My god, Tilaya, easy summon. We do have the gems. That is craziness. I forgot how many copies we have. Back to back. Back to back, guys. Ooh. As some support is coming up, I heard. I don't quite remember, but there's some support hero coming up. Which will not be a problem. I think we will have easily enough to get another one there. And she's kept 518 remaining. We used just like 700, plus we got like, of course, the 6 copies. Is this crazy? That has to be crazy. Like usually, at some point, when you do a ton of summons, you get a little closer to the average. Just because you did a lot of them. And that makes peaks a little less likely. But that was crazy. Let's check that. So obviously you can just go into others and then support, and then you will have your recruitment history right there in the support window. And we can select the Stargaze recruitment here, also dimensional call. And rate up return separate. Very interesting. Stargaze station, confirm, last 24 hours, we search, and what do we have? Okay, it takes a second. We're doing peak times results may be delayed for up to 2 hours, which doesn't seem to be the case. So we have 27 Alna copies we have obtained from that. And we had 780 draws, which is roughly what we assumed we got. Which is a 28.8 rate. So 28.8 orbs for Alna. 27 Alna copies though. That is crazy. That is crazy. I think my Cryo Naya, it was like a 36 orbs per copy or something. And I see a lot of people 33, 34. A 28.8 rate for 27 copies is ridiculously good. That is ridiculously good. Like, no question we had to do the P4. There was no question about it, because it was so ridiculously cheap. Did they steal my copy? Oh wait, no, she's a Celestial. I forgot about it for a second. But she hates Hypogenes. Okay, we have to put her up there. I can't remove Gala, people will hate on me. Let's do it like that. I can't remove Gala. I learned my lesson. People hate it. I said Gala overhyped. People hated it. Oh my god, they hated that. Let's upgrade that. So really, the Mythic Plus is the most important part. That gives you really your invincibility. That upgrades all your stuff. That really makes it insane, and you wanna upgrade this to plus 15. So plus 10 makes it so it's 6 seconds, which is a must-have, obviously. No question about it. And then you have the plus 15. And the plus 15, you get the same immunity to your Winter Warrior. She selects one guy that is the Winter Warrior, essentially. And this guy will also get the same immunity effects. And the coolest thing is, this second thing. First time either Alna's or Winter's Warrior's HP drops below 50% in battle. Chilling Presence, so the immunity triggers automatically for both. And this can only be acted one time per hero. But essentially what it means is, even if you're faced with a ton of damage, you're initially immune at the start of the battle for 6 seconds. And then, if the enemy manages to hit you to 50% of your HP, become instantly immune again. So, whatever happens, it doesn't matter how much damage the enemy can throw at you. Even if he has like infinite damage at like a super high rate of fire, he would not be able to kill your hero quicker than 12 seconds. So you would definitely need 12 seconds, which is insane. You have to think about that. That's longer than a lot of the fights we had in the past. Perseus fights are like 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, something like this. This makes it so fight below 12 seconds is impossible. It is just impossible, straight up impossible if you have this at plus 15 and player in the game. Because 2 heroes will always be alive. And you can decide who that is. If it's a Saida, which many people prefer Saida in the team, or if you go ahead and you put like a Perseus. Personally, I think Saida is pretty cool. Pretty cool hero to do that with. So I can see that. Why do I have that? Well, it doesn't matter. I take it. I take it. But if we had to do Crown here. Like, I'm obviously this is not like me just saying we have to do Crown because I just summoned her We had the raid for it. We had the summoning raid to make this happen. I would say that, guys. I would say that. I would defend that. Let's get her charms. We have gold. A lot of players don't have gold. We have gold, which is pretty nice. Oh, but we won't buy everything here. I just buy that later. We buy this, and then we use the right charms because we have the stuff to upgrade it anyway. And then we try her out in PvP. What do we want to do? I don't even know which charms we want. I don't even know which charms we want. Definitely not the damage, because that's bad. So, what do we have here? Makes HP permanently increased by 15% plus 1.5. Not bad. Don't hate it. HP restoration upgraded. A little bit of extra damage here. The normal hits were okay from the damage side, and I don't think they were nerfed. So not bad. I think those were the selected ones as well, like the HP skill power. Yeah, I can see that. Let's do that. HP skill power charms on there. And then we can elevate. Time for crown. Let's go. There we have it. Crown Alna. And I mean, the combinations are interesting. You can, of course, do Cider. Many people like Cryonaya, and we do have Cryonaya. And we can do the double Ice Storm. Do we have somebody we can punish like that? With the double Ice Spawn. Pesty down number 1. Do we fight Atraxi? Ooh, Atraxi probably going to have a strong team. A little bit scared. You can also do Masil. It works. Do we have... Yes, Cider team. Cider team. Ooh, we had this team which beat that. That was interesting. I don't know. Are we going to beat that? I mean, we can do like the Cryonaya team. It's interesting because it's just like impossible for this team. Usually, you know, the Athalia would snipe the Cryonaya. And she can't. She just can't snipe the Cryonaya. It's not possible. So that makes it rather interesting. I wonder if that is just enough. If we can beat that with 2 heroes. I doubt that. It's just going to have like too much of a Paragon deficit, and the Cryonaya is not going to have enough energy. We can try. I mean, like, she's going to get hit, so... She did fall below 50% HP, though. Which she didn't really do on Pioneer. Yeah, with double speed, this always seems so fast. It was actually a rather slow fight. And of course, I mean, you can add like a ton of stuff here still. It's a little bit weird if you go ahead and combine with Pandora. That makes it rather weird. I mean, you can still do that. Can maybe go like this. Then we just lose Ludovic. Let's try that. I haven't really made up a team for that. She should still have, yeah, she should still have the immunity. Coming out with that. And I mean, we are fighting Dunlinger without Dunlinger, which is interesting. And the cool thing really is here, we can absolutely tank an Athalia ult. We just took an Athalia ult to the face, because it doesn't matter, you are immune. It's so weird though. I haven't really, I was pretty much under the opinion that on Pioneer, it really stopped at 50%. And it seems to stop at 10%. It seems to work, but it stops at like 10% HP? A little bit weird. It would in theory be stronger, by the way. If it reliably stopped at 10% of HP, it could give you much more room to protect your heroes. But this is like insane, because you really don't have to think about protecting your Cryonaya from Athalia, because you're just going to ult anyway. And there are many combinations like this, going Cider and stuff. And of course you can go into AFK stages. I mean, no enemy is going to be able to defeat your carry hero. It's just going to be impossible. I don't like the team, by the way. You can even protect from something like Sylvina. No problem, easy. And you can just plug her basically into the team. Go like this maybe. I don't know if this is like essentially a good team. But yeah, this Bell Ring can't take damage. So you can just easily start recovering his HP. No problem. and eventually just get to the point where he can activate his ult easily. And then he will be invincible every few seconds afterwards. You have the haste reduction, but he also, look, he's invincible again. We will get like white glow on him and will get invincible again. And we'll do this multiple times and be actually invincible for a rather big chunk of the fight. And you can also do something like that for Cider. So really for AFK stages and for PvP, she's an absolute monster. Will be a little bit annoying to watch though, because her ult is really, I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of her ult. And I mean, we can still lose apparently to just getting outright blocked by the enemy. Just going to lose this to time. So stupid. Because they nerfed her damage. She doesn't do any damage anymore. And we can't move her away and she can't die and this guy can't defeat us. So we're going to lose this fight to that. That is so ridiculous. Best carry can't save you for that. But yeah, absolute monster. Absolute lovely love her. We're going to do like a proper review and stuff. But now we have her P4. I'm very happy with the raid at which we summoned her with like the 28.8 orbs. Absolutely ridiculous. And we still have 518 orbs left, which is really, really good, honestly. This is really, really good. So definitely a few more options. I think we're just going to save that up for the next upcoming Celestial Hypergen hero. Tell me down in the comments if you enjoyed this video. Tell me your opinion about Alna and if you, well, celebrated a lot starting into the new year and had a good start into 2026. And other than that, definitely hit that subscribe button and I wish you a great day. We'll see you in the next one.